I should have some music on right now. If you're popping on, say hello. There is my beautiful friend, Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hello. Wait, hold
Sound
on.
check.
Hello.
Guys, let's get some hearts up in here. Say hi if you're here. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mohana. What's up, guys? So I really think we should jump right in, right?
Jump right in.
Be able to...
I love how I'm so big up in the camera and you're so far away. I feel like I'm all up in the business.
Girl, it's the ring light. I swear, it has this awesome little selfie stick. I'll definitely send it to you.
No, I have one right here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yay! I love it. I think it's the
I'm
angle.
just saying my head is so big.
Your head is perfect.
I feel like my head is taking up the whole screen.
No, girl, you're good. You're good. Hey guys, what's up? Say hi. It's my friend Emily and I. What's going on? So people are probably wondering why the heck we're live right now and why not dive in. So to be 100% with you, Emily and I have not been live in a very long time. So we're trying to navigate this, figure it out. But the reason why we're on here is the urgency behind what we are doing and what we are working on together behind the scenes. So how Emily and I came into each other's lives is we're actually business partners in our incredible e-commerce business that we brag about. We literally became friends all because of 1 tablespoon a day. Best tablespoon of my entire life. She'll say the same. And you often see me speaking on these products and how they work. And it's not just the products and the incredible compensation plan that kept me here, but the community and the friendships of being able to make friends and business partners all around the world. And so my friend Emily, she is so special to me. I'm going to let her tell you who the heck she is and her story on how she became a part of this company.
Thanks, Ash. Yeah, so Ash and I are friends. Here's the thing that I want to say. I want to say you never know who is going to come into your life by saying yes to something that has nothing to do with that person. Meaning, so many doors open up by just saying yes to one thing. And most often in life, we say no to things because we're too busy, we don't have enough time, we're overwhelmed, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on. But when we say no and we live our life in no and we close the door to yes, and there's good reasons that we have for saying no to things. We've had bad experiences in the past, things haven't worked out for us in the past, et cetera, et cetera. But when we close the door to saying yes, then people like Ashley and I would have never known each other. We would have never known each other. We would never be in this moment right now if we didn't say yes first to something else that scared us. And my story starts years ago. Thanks for all the love on that. My story starts years ago through something else that honestly was kind of a bad experience. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah. And it would have been really easy for me to say no to this business. It would have been really easy for me to say no because I got through nothing that I did. It was just through the company and through just things that happened, circumstances, I'll call them. I got a little bit burnt. And so when it came time to move into another business, doing my own thing, entrepreneurial business, there is a little bit of that disbelief that it would be different than what had happened before. But let me back up a little bit. I am Emily Elisei. I live in Seattle, Washington. If you hear a little bit of a nasally sound in my voice, it's because I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Michigan, but I've lived in Seattle since 2007. And I have been on a journey in my adult life. I was one of those people that never knew what they wanted to do when they grew up. And so I threw myself into things that really I was not any good at. I feel like my whole trajectory of my adult life has been doing things that I wasn't good at. You know, those people that were like, oh, they were just born to be a soccer player, or they were just born to be whatever. I never had that. I never felt like I was good at anything. I felt like everything was so hard. Why is everything always so hard for me? For example, I decided I wanted to do theater, so I went to college to get a theater degree and was the only person in my class who didn't get accepted into the BFA program. So I was the huge failure of my class, the only person who got rejected and didn't get into the next step in my education. And, it just goes on from there, right? So I always felt like everything was an uphill battle. But long story short, when I was 30, so I'm 39 now, but when I was 30, I decided to kind of overhaul my life and overhaul everything. And I got involved in fitness and training. I never worked out. I always had, a healthy-ish lifestyle, but I never worked out or anything until I was really like 29, and then became a trainer when I was 30, became a personal trainer, went down this whole new path, this whole new trajectory with my life, and ended up moving into management positions within well-known fitness space, had an opportunity to do lots of cool things in that space and really achieve really awesome things as well. So I got to the point. Let me know if you resonate with this. I want to know, everybody's listening.
Yeah,
have
everyone,
you
drop it in the chat.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. Have you ever gone to a review, a yearly review, a raise, whatever, and you leave feeling meh? You're like, wait a minute, I just worked that hard all year for that?
Yes, girl.
Like, have you ever felt that way?
When I was an aide, I got a 50-cent raise every year. 50 cents.
My first job out of college, I got a 25-cent raise every year. Well, yes, Krista, yes. Right, we've all been there.
Yes.
Now, I want to be clear that my passion for what I was doing, my passion for that particular job in the fitness space was so strong. I had such belief in what I was doing that I probably would have stayed after that conversation if I didn't also know there was another option. And I think a lot of times in life we get stuck because we don't think that there's another option available to us.
Yeah.
And so I had that experience. I had that feeling where I felt like, wow, is this a raise or an anti-raise? Like, what is happening right now? I just built myself for a whole year so that you could make a lot of money and I could feel like this right now, really? And I want to be clear, it's a good company, it's a good business, but it just felt wrong for me in where I wanted to go in life. It felt like I was stuck. It felt like I had all of this potential, all of this growth, all of this, desire to achieve. And then all of a sudden I felt like, well, but the ceiling's right here.
Yeah.
So on the other side, I had this opportunity with some really good friends of ours, Ashley as well, who were helping to launch this new product into the market, patented liquid collagen. And I'm sure you hear Ashley talk about it all the time, a patented liquid collagen. And over there with that, I was like, wait a minute, there's no ceiling. Like, it's just based on how much work and effort I put in. And I know what my work and effort is. I know what I'm capable of.
Yes. No cap.
No cap. And the only cap is, what I do or don't do, and I can do that. Okay. So 2 years ago, I made the choice to leave my very good job in the fitness industry, a very awesome job, but I knew it just wasn't going to allow me to grow into the next level of what I could become. And I left that job. I still do training, so I do it on the side part-time because I love it. I love people. I love the interaction. I love training. I love free gym memberships by training people, whenever I want to, and getting my gym membership for free because of it. I joke, but, and so I still do that. But the thing about it is, for me now, is I do it on my time and I do it when I want to. And I don't do it because it's my primary source of income. I do it because this is what fills my heart with joy. And I get to do only the things in life that bring me joy.
Yeah. Wow. That is so good, girl. I wrote down a couple things when you were talking and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, knowing your worth. And it's so powerful in that moment to walk out of that room and have an aha moment. Like, wait, I'm supposed to be clapping because you're giving me a 25-cent raise when here we can literally determine how much income we want to make a day.
Yes.
Like a single day. We just go out and get it done. We know what we have to do. So I love that. Your story is remarkable. You are such an incredible human. And after really like listening to you dig into that, I'm like, I know why we're here together right now in this moment. There is a reason for everything. And I loved everything you said. Something I want to go back to as well is when you were talking about not getting into that school, it really brought me back to at our conference when someone was talking about Drew Brees being the 199th pick.
Right.
And he has what, 7 Super Bowl rings?
Wait, wasn't it you said Drew Brees, but wasn't it
not Drew Brees.
What's his face? The Patriots, now he's in Florida.
Yes!
What's his face? People, tell us. What's his face? What's his name?
What's his name? Give us his
Brady.
name.
Brady? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
Wow, that was hard.
Can you tell I don't watch football? All I know is like he is like the god in football when it comes to Super Bowl rings. So that's where I was at with that.
That's such a good point. Thanks for making that connect. Thank you, Lou Viscerator. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name. Tom Brady. Yes, thank you.
By the way, I saw that little aloha a little while ago. Aloha, my Hawaii ladies. I love you all. And I do have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind if I ask them, and then maybe we'll leave this open, see if anyone has any other questions for us.
Yeah, sure.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So why is the main purpose you said yes? Like, what was it inside of you that was so hungry for something new, like Modere?
Okay. Such a good question. I think I mentioned I'm from Michigan. I'm from the Midwest.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with this, but the message that I really received growing up was that you do certain things a certain way, and that's just how it is. Meaning you work your job, maybe you get a better job, maybe you get a promotion, but then you retire or you get your pension or, whatever, you cash out your 401k. And then you live the life you really want to live. But really, real life is a grind, and it's a 9 to 5, and you live for vacation and you live for the weekends. And then on the weekends, you complain about your job. And I always felt there has to be more to life than that. There just has to be. You can't wait until you're 60 and retired, or 65 or whatever it is, to start actually living your best life. I just felt like there's got to be more than an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or working so incredibly hard for my employer's yacht or whatever. There has to be more than that. And I didn't see it for a long time, because I think that when we first, go off into our own world and, find ourselves, and we don't really have a roadmap for what that looks like, we have to figure it out. And it took me realizing that through different jobs that I had where I didn't know my own worth. I didn't know what I was worth because I didn't believe in what I was actually capable of. And so I accepted the 25-cent raise, or the whatever raise that they gave me. It's like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for liking me. Thank you for liking me. And it took me actually starting to really like myself before I realized how much more I was actually capable of and more I was actually worth. And so the mindset shift of that had to come, for me, had to come first. And when I saw Modere, I was like, that's it. That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so powerful. That is awesome. And I think a lot of us are taught that, or we're taught that we're supposed to just survive paycheck to paycheck. Like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Or a lot of stay-at-home moms are taught, like, this is your place as a woman. Like, you're supposed to be home with the babies, just taking care of the babies, when there's another way you can help provide, right? Yeah. And so I got another one for you. Well, I got a couple more.
Okay.
So you know that it's no secret, Modere just took #1 fastest growing network marketing companies with a CEO as a female. And as exciting as that is, we also grew 300% during a pandemic. And so I want to know, what do you think makes us stand above the rest? Why we're going to the top so quickly and how we got up there?
Yeah, well, the reason why is our, like we talk about it in terms of network marketing, but really network marketing isn't our competition. Our competition is the gig economy. Our competition is the e-commerce industry. And what I want to point out about that award is not for network marketing companies. That award is just for companies. It's just for companies. And we earned it because that's what we are. We're just another business. What you and I do essentially is sales, and every job out there is sales. And the business that we do is unlike any other business out there, in that it's a chance to do sales. And I think a lot of people have ideas about what, network marketing is, and really we're flipping the script on that, and we're doing it different. We're making it different, and we're showing that it's different than what anybody's seen or experienced in the past. And so my challenge really is, if you're listening and you're like, well, I've done that before, my challenge really is, but have you?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you've done this before. This is very different. Yep. It's very different. And a lot of people would say no to it because they have preconceived notions of what this is. And this is very different than anything else out there. I mean, I won't go into all the details about the compensation plan and all of that, and I won't go into all of that, but it's very, very different than anything else out there. And the competition that we have is really, think about Amazon. And I'm not saying like our competition is specifically Amazon, but essentially our competition is Amazon, not other network marketing businesses.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. And I think that there are a lot of companies out there that are trying to duplicate what we're doing, but they just can't. They cannot keep up with our technology and how fast we're moving.
Yeah.
And, you kind of answered this in the last question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So what is one lie that you would like to get rid of that lies within this industry that we're currently in?
Ooh, so good. Okay. I think that the one lie I want to get rid of about what we do is that, how do I phrase this? Is that it's easy to make $1 million. I think that it's easy. Okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Can you be successful doing this? Yes. Can you make $1 million doing this? I'm not making any income claims, to be clear, but can you? Yes. The point is it easy? No, it's work. It's a job.
Yeah.
You have to think about this as a job. You have to think of this as work. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I'm saying that you have to approach it with the right mindset around it. I'm going to use the example of, doing an Ironman, for example. When you look at people that complete an Ironman, you think of them as high level athletes who have invested a lot of time and energy into completing a very difficult task. And you go into completing an Ironman with the mindset of, I have to work hard to be that elite level athlete. Now, will everybody be an Ironman? No. Does everybody want to be an Ironman? No. Does everybody want to reach the tippity top levels of income? No. My point is that if you want to achieve great things in life, I don't care what type of work you do, you have to work hard to get there.
Yeah.
And if you want to be mediocre at anything, you can be mediocre. You can be mediocre at this. This isn't a ticket to be rich. This isn't a ticket for an easy way out, but it's a ticket to more life available to you if you have the work ethic to back it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And I do think like more money equals more options, right?
Yeah.
For you and your life, but you still have to be willing to do the work. Like there's still work here, but we invest the most amount of time now so that we can have freedom later in life.
Exactly. 100%. It's about, do you want to work hard? It's also, do you want to work hard for someone else, or do you want to work hard for yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Or do you want to work hard and know that it'll compound down the road, or do you want to work hard for the same amount of money forever?
Yeah, that is so, so good. And who can do this? Like, who can do something like this in their life?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. You can do this. Anyone. I'm looking at your names right now. Anyone can do this watching right now. The only thing that changes who can and who can't is the thought you have about what's possible for you.
Yes.
Everything we do or don't do, all of our actions or inactions are about a thought that we have about what's possible for us, about what our life can be. I use this example. If a tornado came into my house right now and just wiped it out, let's say I wasn't in my house, so I'm good. Okay. But if a tornado came and wiped out my house, I could choose the thought, well, my life is over. Everything's gone. I've lost everything. I'll never be able to live the life that I wanted, yada, yada, yada. Or I could choose the thought of, you know what? This is freeing because now I have a chance to not be tied down by my possessions. Now I have a chance to
that's good, girl.
I have a chance to receive help from others. I have a chance to be grateful. I have a chance to, think about other people that are impacted by this as well. Like, it's not just me, it's probably the whole neighborhood, whatever. So my point is, whatever happens to us, we have a thought about. And then that thought creates our action or inaction or everything that happens after that. So you can have a thought about what you're capable of in this business or in anything in life, and you will make that true.
Yeah. Dang, girl. Dang. Wow, you brought the heat in that question. I don't even want to ask you this last one. I'm like, whoa, she's telling me about myself. Like, everybody better be taking notes, like mental notes. For real, be grateful for what you have, but know that you are so capable of deciding what your future holds. Like, you can make the decision to stop living in circles and making the same decision over and over again and being so incontent with where you're at, or you can decide to go somewhere else. And that was just amazing how you said that. And so my last question is, as a personal trainer, so you do this alongside of what you do, which is amazing, right? Like, I'm in the beauty world, I do the same thing, but I would like to know, how is it that you do it alongside of your business? And do you believe, I think that sometimes people think, well, Ashley just wants me to get up and do Modere and quit my full-time job. Like, no, more money, more opportunities. So what do you think about fitting this into your life as either a full-time employee, part-time, or business owner?
Yeah. Well, so I think that any millionaire that you look at has multiple streams of income. I think it is the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. And so do you have to quit your other job to do this? No. Can you quit your other job to do this? Yes. Yeah. I will always caution somebody to be fiscally responsible. And so I use this as a way to think of streams of income and having residual income in your future. And I do this as, more of my full-time job than anything. So I really weaned off training and focused more and more of my time into this. So really I'm investing like full-time hours into this. Does everybody have to do that? No. Did I start that way? No, I made the choice to go in that direction. And I can give you so many examples of people that do this full time, and this is their only source of income for both, if you're married or you have a partner. I can give you examples of people that do this alongside another really demanding full-time job. Because let's say you're listening to this and you're like, but I really like what I do and I don't feel stuck and I have a passion for what I do. But maybe you're listening to this and you also know that there's a lot.
Oh, you paused, Dan.
Am I here? Am I here?
Okay, you're good. You're here. I hear you. There you are.
Well, so maybe you're listening to this and you're thinking like, well, this isn't for me because I really like what I do. I really enjoy what I do. I feel like I have a lot of purpose in what I do. And that's okay. We're not telling you that you have to quit that. But maybe you're also like, but I wouldn't mind having, setting up some sort of trust fund for my kids so that they can have you know, they can be taken care of. I wouldn't mind creating a financial legacy for my family. Or maybe it's as simple as, I wouldn't mind just buying an extra car, and I can't afford that right now, even though I love what I do. You know, so what I love about this is no matter where you are on the spectrum of full-time, part-time, you know, any of the examples that I just gave, there's something available for you. And that's what's so beautiful about this. I don't know any other work out there really where you can work from anywhere. You could literally be on a bus, on a plane, on a train, in your house, in a pool, on vacation. You could be anywhere. I don't know anything else where you can be anywhere and you can make as much or as little income as you want. I don't know anything else out there like it. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And daily is really what I feel like that is one of the many things that stands us above everybody else that's trying to be like us, is 2 times a day, free trips. Are you kidding me? Like, my husband and I have flown 5 times this last year, as opposed to, you know, the pandemic, being strapped down, not being able to go anywhere. Like,
yeah,
it's absolutely insane. And so going back to what you were saying about people liking their job, but now there's more people that love their career that you never know what's going to happen. Guys, when I first started in the healthcare world, I was always told that is the most secure job you can have. There's always going to be jobs in healthcare. People are losing their jobs left and right now, no matter if you if you agree with this topic or not. Like, they're losing their jobs. If this is you, please reach out to us. We have an opportunity here for you. There is, you know, things like job security. As a beauty business owner, my job was shut down by the pandemic.
I mean, not to interrupt you, but I mean, like, as a trainer, last year, all the gyms were closed in Seattle, guys. All the gyms were closed. I didn't even mention that. But I had this. I was still working, and my business grew by so much last year because all the gyms are closed. So I wasn't training last year. I wasn't doing the other part of what I do last year because all the gyms were closed in Seattle. So you make such a good point that it's about having options. It's about not feeling stuck.
Job security.
Yes.
Knowing that, like you said, if your house burns down, you'll be okay. You got money in the bank, you have revenue coming in, you have insurance on your house, right? And another thing about our kids, right? This business is willable. We are able to take this business and will it to our children. Like, when my husband and I did our will 3 months ago, Modere was on our will that it will get handed down to my daughter. And she will get that money, that residual income that her mama worked so hard for.
Yes.
So, but I just adore you, and you know, I didn't write this part down, but what is one thing that you would say to people that are on the fence? And that's how we'll end it.
Ooh, such a good question. Hi, Molly. What would I say to people that are on the fence? I would say to them, what if it was possible? What would that look like?
Yeah.
And my only, I adore her too. My only, she's my sister, just so you know. That's why she adores me too. Also, she works Modere with me. We work together. It's a family business. Okay. The only reason why I say, if you're on the fence, and I want you to say, what if it's possible? What would that look like? Is not because I'm saying this is right for you. I'm not saying like, oh, it has to be right for you, because it might not be right for you, and that's okay. But here's the thing that our brain does. Our brain instantly tells us all the reasons why it can't be possible, because our brain is always offering us reasons why things can't work. That's how our brain is wired. It's okay. It's survival. Yeah, it's a defensive thing. It's a survival mechanism, and that is okay. But our brain will always default to giving us reasons why it's not possible. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough knowledge of what this is. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. Your brain is going to automatically offer you reasons why it won't work. So that's a given. Our brain will just do that for free. Yeah. So what I want you to do is instead ask your brain, but what if it was possible? What would that look like? And it's going to feel harder to think of that, and it's going to feel more exhausting to think of that, because your brain will be like, well, it's not possible because of this and because of that and because of this and because of that. But I challenge your brain to give you reasons why it is possible. That doesn't mean that it makes sense and that ultimately it makes sense for you. But what it does is it actually challenges your brain to get out of default thinking and start thinking about possibilities and what's available to you rather than living life as you always have.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
I feel like after this, I literally want to get up and go run a marathon. Like, I am fired up. Like, if you've been watching this whole time, and if you're not inspired, like, I don't know who you are. You must be the Grinch or something, because this was fire. I just loved interviewing you. And so should we go back and see who commented? Maybe check in on that and leave the mic open maybe for like a couple minutes and see if anyone has any questions they want to pop in and ask. If you have anything you want to ask Emily right now, maybe you are a personal trainer like her and you are trying to find your way with a new opportunity for some job security. Guys, drop those questions. I'm going to go back a little bit, see who was here with us. Mandy girl, yes, you have been on the fence for a year. We are ready for you. Now is the best time. I love that she called herself out. That's hilarious.
That is so awesome.
Hi, Molly. Aloha again, ladies.
I like it. I like it. So good. Any questions? Any last thoughts? Thanks for the love.
Yeah.
Ooh, Molly has a good question.
Ooh.
I'll have you answer this, Ashley. I've been doing all the talking.
I don't know. Like, you can keep going, girl, because I feel like if I could just sit by you all day and ask you questions with my notebook like this, like.
Oh, you're so sweet.
See, I wrote down so much stuff.
This is so amazing. I mean, like, we learn from each other.
Yeah.
We grow from, I mean, what job do you have where you literally, the people that you work with, you're like, oh my gosh, I just learned so much from you. And we feel that way every day with so many people, like all the time. It's just, you feel filled up, you feel inspired. You want to go run a marathon when you're done.
Yes. And so going back to that question, it's so deep for me about my favorite part here in everything at Modere. So I started for the products, and money is always great. People can always use money, and I have a powerful story. I'll be sharing it next week. But I stayed because of the community and the family within these walls. Like, I had been a part of a company in the past as well. And for me, it was kind of like something I never really felt fully aligned with. And, you know, I always felt like sometimes I had to put this face on and I couldn't be who I truly was, like my bubbly self. And being here at Modere and being accepted and then meeting people in real life, like even influencers that share our products, everyone is who they say they are. You don't have to put a face on here. And you are just so loved and you just feel all that energy and love and passion and people lifting you and people pouring into you from all different directions. It doesn't matter if you guys are on direct teams together. Like, it is so powerful here. And I think I would say that is my favorite out of everything. The money's great. The free trips are great. But overall, the family within this culture, this community right here.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you that all of the other things are important and matter and are ultimately like super important.
Yeah.
Like your paycheck and all of that. That matters. That's important.
It's just not money.
Yeah, it's not nothing. But what keeps me here is honestly the community. And I think more than anything in this past year with the pandemic and how the world has gone, I didn't even know how much that mattered and how important that was, because we lost community in so many other ways, where then I had so many friends that were honestly so depressed, and so, you know, they kind of lost everything that their day-to-day life brought them, that gave them joy. I mean, they lost the community at their gyms, a lot of people lost their jobs, and a lot of things that people lost. And I have to say that this past year, you know, I don't want to sound, you know, like better than everybody, but I don't feel like I really lost anything. I feel like I gained something. I feel like I gained deeper connections. I feel like I gained deeper relationships. I feel like I gained a lot of really positive things this past year. And so, yeah, so for me, the community part, it's something that's hard to describe until you experience it. But once you're in it, it is so powerful. It really transforms you.
Yes, yes. And there's a lot of people out there right now that are just hungry for that community, right? Like I work alongside of, I have a lot of business partners that are mamas, and like I said in the beginning, stay-at-home mamas that are searching for something more. I have a girl I'm working with right now, for example, that's been a stay-at-home mom for 5 years, and she has been so hungry for this community because she feels she lost her identity and she's just identified as a mother. Where now here she feels like she's more. She feels like she's serving. She feels like she is doing what God called her to do.
Yeah.
And it is just so amazing what this has been. And I just love the people we connect with. And I'm so grateful to be here with you, Emily. And I'm so thankful for your time. Chelsea Pangrazio, you just hopped on. You know I'm thankful for you, girl. I just had to shout her out. I love it.
I'm so grateful for you. And thank you so much for doing this and for inviting me to be a part of your live, and for me being able to share a little bit of my reason why I'm here and why we know each other. Thank you so much.
And we'll be on her page next week, and we'll be in Cabo in 26 days.
Oh yes.
Sipping margaritas by the pool, girl.
Yes, we will.
Margaritas, so. Doing body burn right now.
Yes. Totally.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, even if you've been here for just a little bit. We appreciate it. And if you're watching this on replay, drop replay after I post this. We appreciate everything.
Yes. Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.